Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Ultra League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Perrserker. Perrserker on a very solid team, very fun team. Perrserker is a very interesting pick for the Ultra League. I think it has a lot of play in this meta, guys. One, because of its steel typing, because the steel typing is quite strong, very solid defensive typing, especially in the Ultra League meta. And its moveset, guys, it runs Shadow Claw as its fast move, which can generate energy really fast and do super effective damage to all the strong ghost types and psychic types in the meta. And of course, you've got amazing coverage on your moveset between foul play and close combat. And also on this team, we've got good old Obstagoon on the safe swap. Obstagoon is meant to draw out the fighters, maybe the Talonflames, anything that Perrserker doesn't want to see. And the beauty of Obstagoon is if you draw out a fighter with its dark normal typing, it's not going to last very long. So you want to draw out that fighter so that Nidoqueen can come back in, take out the fighter, and allow Perrserker to roam free and wreak havoc on the Ultra League. That is how this team is designed. It is tons of fun. And can really dish out the damage on the Ultra League meta. But without further ado, before we hop into the featured set of the video, we are having a look at some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, Cresselia lead. A big question whenever you lead with Nidoqueen and you're faced with a Cresselia is it running Future Sight? If it's not running Future Sight, Nidoqueen can do quite okay. And we're just going to go for the Earth Power because Cresselia is about as bulky as a Pokemon gets. We want to get off as much damage as we can. And they got us, guys! They got us! They built up to the Future Sight and they got our shield as they make an aggressive play in the Melmetal. Now, we actually could have stayed in on this Melmetal. Nidoqueen actually absolutely dominates it. So maybe a slight misplay there. But that is okay. We are running the right move on our Obstagoon in the form of Cross Chop, which means that we can do super effective damage to the steel types, especially when they drop their defense by throwing a superpower. As you can see, Obstagoon does live a fully powered superpower, but it does come at a cost because we had to go completely down on shields, giving our opponent a 2-shield advantage. But what is most important, guys, is that we can align our Pokemon appropriately, as they have an Obstagoon in the back. So we can now come in with our Nidoqueen. And we are not running a Shadow Nidoqueen, which means that we have quite a bit more bulk, which means that when shields are down, we're going to perform a lot better, guys. The neutral Night Slashes from the Obstagoon don't really do too much, and it allows us to really get the Poison Jab, Poison Fang train rolling on this Obstagoon. We're going for Poison Fang number 2. Really lowering that defense stat on the Obstagoon and allowing our Poison Jabs with Stab to do that much more damage. And we absolutely live another Night Slash. We don't care about the Night Slash at all. And they make an aggressive play back into Cresselia, which means it's Perrserker time in the Ultra League. And we know that Cresselia can do nothing to our Perrserker, so we are completely fine not having shields, as the resisted damage doesn't do a whole lot, and we can hang in here long enough to get to back-to-back foul plays, which of course hit the Cresselia for super effective damage. Now I'm suspecting that they won't shield, so we go for an undercharge to allow us to farm more energy off of this Cresselia. And we know that this Obstagoon is energy dry, so what we're going to do is bait with a foul play. I think even if they let it go through, although resisted, would still take out the Obstagoon. And we grab that shield, which means that we are going for this close combat. Totally overkill. This would probably KO an entire generation of Obstagoons as we take it out. Perrserker playing its role to perfection, closing the game strong. That's going to be yet another good game. Well played to our opponent. Perrserker was tons of fun in the Ultra League and has a really solid moveset. Such a fun Pokemon to use and quite effective, I might add. Here we go, picking up a Venusaur lead. A pretty neutral lead, actually, guys, because Venusaur, of course, has access to the absolutely busted community move of Frenzy Plant, which Although it is neutral damage, it hits like a truck, guys. So I'm gonna stay in here and play this out a little bit. We do have another solid answer to Venusaur in the form of Perrserker, but we don't want to risk losing alignment. What we want to do is kind of force them to swap out so that we can align our Pokemon appropriately. They catch a debuffing move on their Walrein. By all means, yes, catch a debuffing move so that we can come in and farm down. You'll love to see it, guys. All we need to do is go for one cross chop on this Walrein, and we can now farm the large cuddly walrus all the way down, guys, and really load up on energy. Obstagoon has very nice bulk. Even if you don't have ideal PvP IVs, it still retains quite a bit of its bulk. Quite bulky, guys. Bulkier than you would think, which allows us to tank these Icicle Spears. No problem, guys. We're still in the yellow. Gonna go for a Night Slash on the Venusaur. Any bit of chip damage we can get on it is much welcomed. So we're gonna let our Obstagoon go down. And I believe we come in with Perrserker because we know that Venusaur poses very little threat to us because we have that solid defensive steel typing. We resist everything that the Venusaur could possibly throw. Although Perrserker is on the squishier side, we still tank that pretty well. And we're going to go for the full farm down and have loaded energy to absolutely obliterate whatever is left. It happens to be a Trevenant, guys. This is why I love Perrserker. As an excellent move set, guys. We have access to Foul Play, which can hit these ghost types for super effective damage. And if you're a Trevenant, super effective damage just hits a little different, I must say, guys. And they knew that it was just about lights out. Didn't even bother shielding. They knew it was over as they let their Trevenant go down. Perrserker closing it strong yet again. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Had to start it off right with some fun bonus battles as we move into the featured set of the video. We are met with a Beware. Very neutral lead for us. So we have to be careful. We wanna see what this Beware is running. Most Bewares are running Superpower Payback, which I would highly recommend. That is what I prefer to run on my Beware in the Ultra League. And we know that we can tank whatever it is. And it does happen to be the Payback, so we're gonna go into Obstagoon. They will not make it to a potential superpower before we can farm down because it is a normal type. And they take super effective damage from our counters. Beware is now gone as they come in with a Talonflame. So we have to play this carefully. We have to get this Talonflame within a manageable health range for our Nidoqueen, while also hopefully preserving a shield advantage for Perrserker to close the game out for us. And we do grab a shield from the Talonflame, and I do believe we shield this out of caution, just in case they wanted to throw a Hail Mary Brave Bird, in case they wanted to get a little crazy and wild on us with the Brave Bird. But no, they do go for the Flame Charge, and we do tank the second one. Ideally, you want to tank the first one, as the second one does do more damage, but that is okay. We want to get this Talonflame within a manageable range, and it is now in the red, which means that, yes, it is now within a manageable health range for our Nidoqueen. It looks like they're going for the aggressive farm down, so we had to throw here to either take it out or pressure that last shield, and it looks like they may be over-tapped there, allowing us to get to this Poison Fang, which seals the deal against that Talonflame. They go down with energy, and they've got a Trevenant left with no shields. Holy smokes. Seeing that they had a Trevenant in the back, I don't think the overtap or whatever that was with the Talonflame made much of a difference at all, as all we need to do is shield up the Shadow Ball correctly, and we do, which allows us to get to this Foul Play, which is going to do quite a bit to the Trevenant. And we can now safely Shadow Claw down. Perrserker closing it strong yet again. You'd love to see it. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I've been wanting to run Perrserker for quite some time, and I'm so glad I finally took the plunge and ran it. I did not regret it. Tons of fun. Very fun Pokemon and very effective. As we had a Tapu Fini on the lead, they make an aggressive swap into a Swampert. Oh my goodness. We were prepared to handle either Tapu Fini or Swampert. Guys, I gotta say, we were not prepared to handle them both on the same team. as we get the completely random matchup of Tapu Fini and Swampert on the same team. Completely random. Not by design at all, guys. So we come in with our Obstagoon to play out this matchup. That's our best answer to Swampert, which is mostly why we have it on this team. But this is a Shadow, and it is doing quite a bit more damage, but it's also squishier and taking more damage. So we don't want to go completely down on shields. We don't know what else they have in the back, so we let our Obstagoon go down, and we're going to come in with our Perrserker to try and farm down. But of course, as per usual, Swampert always seems to get to yet another Hydro Cannon. It is inevitable. So we have our Perrserker here with loaded energy. They do come back in, of course, with the Tapu Fini, and we're going to go for the close combat. Doesn't do a whole lot. That's resisted. And they've got a Wall Rain. Holy smokes. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. I'm sure you guys can see that this is a absolutely impossible team to beat. But I decided to challenge myself. I know it's not winnable, but I just wanted to see how close we could make it up against this ridiculous team here. So we decided to humor ourselves and stay in and see how close we could make it. So we do go for the Poison Fang, and of course shields are down. And we're going to look to go for the full farm down here and try and get off a Poison Fang on the Fairy-type Tapu Fini. Shields are, of course, down. Going to go for this Poison Fang here and swap out so they can't farm us down completely. And now we've got our Perrserker here with low health. Tapu Fini is still up a shield, and we don't get to a move. Of course, how could you? This is literally an impossible team to beat as they take us out. So, good game. Well played to our opponent. First time using Perrserker, guys, I gotta say, and I was not disappointed. It is such a good Pokemon for this meta. And here we go, picking up an awful lead in Wall Rain. Gonna go into Obstagoon, and we draw out an Escavalier. So, Obstagoon is absolutely doing what it's here for, and that is to draw out a fighter. This is not a fighter, but sort of plays like a fighter, as it does run counter as its fast move, and that's why we want Obstagoon on the safe swap, guys, because not only can it absolutely put in the work and grab shields, but when you draw out these counter users like Escavalier, with its typing, it doesn't last very long, so they don't get to absolutely load up and over farm for days on you guys. Same goes for the Charmers. So that's why we like Obstagoon on the safe swap, particularly for this team. And we did shield up one of those drill runs because we want to kind of get rid of this Escavalier. We don't want our Perrserker taking that super effective counter damage from a Pokemon that hits as hard as Perrserker or as Escavalier. So they do come back in with the Wall Rain, and we go for that Earth Power, and we make a play into our Perrserker, and they've got an Empoleon in the back. So we have to just go for the Hail Mary close combat, hoping that they don't shield. And oh my god, they don't shield. Holy smokes. That nearly one shot, and we absolutely have to shield up the potential Hydro Cannon. That would spell out disaster for us. And that that close combat not one-shotting actually works to our advantage because we get some additional farm. Gonna go for the foul play here. They are still up a shield, and we showed that we're not afraid to throw that close combat, so they may shield, and they do. That is amazing. So right here, guys, we were so concerned with catching that we didn't hit our move. If we had just hit our close combat, we would have taken it out, but they go Icicle Spear, so we both almost threw the game. And it worked to our favor because that Icicle Spear does not KO as we say bye-bye to the Wall Rain. I think that they were thinking that they needed back-to-back Icicle Spears, and knowing that we had debuffed ourselves, maybe thinking that they could have KO'd, but it didn't work out. That's going to be a good game. Well played. Guys, if we lost that last match because we didn't hit that close combat when we could have, I probably would have thrown my phone out of the window. Gotta say, guys. Yeah, we press on. Here we go. Giratina on the lead, running Dragon Breath. So the way I like to play this is I will look to chip some health on the Giratina with an Earth Power before making a play in the Obstagoon. If it's running Shadow Claw, I would seriously consider just going straight into Obstagoon, but they're running Dragon Breath, so they know that it's a better matchup for them, so they may stay in. All the while falling into our trap because they took all that damage, and we're going to look to get off another Night Slash. And the Giratina is just about done, guys. That is how you work around Giratina with this team as they make a play in the Talonflame. So we're just going to look to get as much chip damage in on this Talonflame as we possibly can. If they Brave Bird us, by all means, we welcome that because we can come in and really put in the work with our Nidoqueen. But no, they go for the Flame Charge, as they should when shields are up in this Obstagoon matchup. So we're going to go for another Night Slash here, and we do grab a shield. Obstagoon putting in the work, grabbing shields in the Ultra League. You'd love to see it as they look to take us out. We are fine with this, guys. We now have a shield advantage, so we can come in with our Nidoqueen and look to get some Poison Fangs off and lower the defense of this Flaming Bird of Terror known as Talonflame. And this Talonflame is just about done as they look to dump their energy. This is beautiful, guys. We are setting up our Perrserker for as much success as possible. We have a shield advantage, and we were able to farm down before the Incinerate registers. That is beautiful. Could not have worked out better. We know that the Giratina is just about done. We can actually farm that down if they come back in. But no, they've got a tin-can man known as Registeel. Holy smokes. Let's see the battle of the steel types. One is very tanky, and one hits like a truck. Let's see who survives as they go for the Zapkin and bait, lowering out our attack. But guys, you're about to find out the power of Perrserker. Perrserker does not care about your debuffs, as we are just gonna let her rip with these close combats non-stop until the tin can man is gone, guys. We're going for close combat number 2. We are resisting this fast move pressure, and we get to close combat number 3, which I think will be sealing the deal against the tin can man as we say bye-bye to the Registeel, and all they have left is that low health Giratina. We can safely shield up whatever this is, and we will absolutely outpace to the foul play, which will be sending the bulk monster known as Giratina packing right back into its Pokeball as we say bye-bye to the Giratina. Holy smokes. How about Perrserker? Closing the game? That is insane. Perrserker is amazing. That's going to be a good game. Well played. How about Perrserker? Holy smokes, this thing is insane, guys. My goodness. As we are picking up yet another awful lead, and Walrein, we're going to go on Obstagoon, and they meet us with a Talonflame. You're seeing a lot of this as Walrein and Talonflame pair very well together. We're going to call this, guys, if they want a Brave Bird, we would survive a Brave Bird. So we let that go, and it is just a Flame Charge. So that is completely fine. Going to go for Night Slash number 1, and we draw a shield, and we get the boost. Holy smokes. Obstagoon's about to pop off in the Ultra League. You love to see it going for another Night Slash here. And they let that one go. Oh, no. But we are going to remain disciplined, guys. We are not going to shield to try and protect the Obstagoon boost. My philosophy on that is if you get it, great. If you, but it's not worth abandoning your strategy just because you get the boost. And holy smokes, Obstagoon grabbed both the shields and nearly took out the Talonflame. As the Talonflame doesn't even get to a move, we Poison Jab it down. And now we have a 2-shield advantage, and Perrserker is about to unleash on the remainder of this team. They tried to catch that close combat, but we're not falling for that, guys. As they make a play into Cresselia, trying to catch the close combat. Not going to happen. Perrserker was absolutely going to lay waste to the remainder of that team as they concede the match. Good game, well played to our opponent, and that is the team, my friends. Perrserker was loads of fun, and I think we have a decent team around it. The team isn't perfect by any means, as it can be core broken by Swampert. Tapu Fini can give the team some trouble, and you can forget about it if they're both on the same team, like we saw in that battle. But we were prepared for one. I think you can work around one of those two, but obviously both of them on the same team with a Walrein nonetheless is definitely warrants a top left. But yeah, I think one of those can be manageable. Very fun team. Pretty solid team overall for Perrserker. I had a blast with it, as you can see. It is quite effective in this meta. But yeah, guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.